What's up, YouTube? We back. Let's talk about the one change 2K can make that I believe will save their game. But before we get into that, this is going to be a little rant video, but let's look at the new Season 7 rewards that, just dropped this past Friday. And looking at them, man, the whole goal of the new season should be to bring people back to the game that have been away, and then also the people that consistently play and get them excited for the new season. And just looking through some of these rewards, first of all, I never buy the premium pass because I don't play my team, and the premium pass seems centered around my team players, so I don't, there's no point for me to pay for it. And just looking at the rewards, it's nothing here that would get me excited, man. Graduation captain, it is graduation season. That's cool, I guess. What else we got in here? I mean, the floor setter, silver floor setter, come on, man. Nobody needs the floor setter, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nobody really care about the floor setters. We got some emotes. We got the 60 skill boosts, which is really 10 per category. That's one of the more exciting things in this whole thing for me personally, just because, I actually play the game and I can use these skill boosts. The locks, golden locks, that don't move my needle at all. What else we got in here, man? 60, man, the coin, the Gatorade. The Gatorade is, I would use the Gatorade. I enjoy that. But man, it's just not much in here for me. Then the the level 40 reward is the gold floor setter, is the biggest slap in the face, man. Just big slap in the face. You got the low riders also at the 39 reward. Man, it's like one of the slowest vehicles in the game. Like you a liability with the with the low rider. Like you better off using the little skateboard or something because it's so damn slow. It's there to look cool. And for me that don't really care about the cosmetics, man, the whole season thing seems centered around just my team and also the younger generation. What about the people that played my career, man? What about the people that played Rec, Park, Pro-Am, that just won the ball? Man, you could do a lot better with this seasons. Like I said, Apex, kind of their whole thing is they bring people back to the game by changing the meta, and 2K didn't figure out a way to do that. All right, we got some rec gameplay in the background for y'all, but I want to talk about kind of how 2K got a lack of awareness when it comes to the community. Like, they refuse to listen to us and the things that we want in the game. First thing that comes to mind is the city. The city, the neighborhood, whatever you want to call it. Over time, it got bigger, and to the point where it's almost a hassle to get around to do these different things. And me as a person that primarily care about hooping, getting buckets, I don't really care about, going here to get a haircut, doing this, going here, go shopping. Man, I want a one-stop shop for everything. That's just me because my primary goal is the hoop. I don't really care about the cosmetics. So the whole city thing, it's a cool idea. I get why, they have it, but overall, I believe it should be a smaller city, kind of how 2K20 was, where the course was in the middle and everything was centered around just the course. And that also leads to my next point, where the courts are kind of dead in the city. Like, it should never be a situation where we run 3 games, go on a 3-game win streak, and we waiting 10 minutes for the next people to step on the spot. Like, that should never happen in this game, man. Especially when it's cross-play. You had people from 2 different games, 2 different game consoles came together, and we still have dead parks. Is crazy to me. Like, I should never go on a 5-game win streak and have to leave that park and go to the next park, go to the next city just to get runs, man. So definitely need to make improvements on that and listen to the community, man. Next, let's talk about some gameplay stuff, man. So the gameplay, I won't lie, I like this 2K. It's solid. We had better 2Ks in the past. We have worse 2Ks, but this 2K is playable. I'm the type of person, I'm about 2K every year regardless of, what the game is, because I like basketball. I like the hoop. And this is the only basketball game we have to offer that's up to date. So I'm about the game regardless. But with that being said, the gameplay could definitely improve. For example, like, why is there hundreds of jump shots in this game? And in gameplay, there's only about 7 that's actually good. What we got? JT Thor, we got Ben Shepherd, we got Tracy McGrady, and then we got Steph Curry jumper for the small guards, we got Kyle Lowry, then we got Patty Mills. Each build, you know, each height only has a certain amount of good jump shots. For the bigs, what you got, Chris Bosh, some people use Anthony Davis, you know, why is it only a certain amount of good jump shots for each build, each height, when there's so many different animations in the game? It's almost pointless to have that many animations, you know, if there's only going to be certain good ones. Especially when you look at the Tracy McGrady base. By far, best base in the game, in my opinion. And then Patty Mills, in my opinion, the second best base in the whole game. So you got two bases that's, you know, all the way up here, and then everything else is below that. And, you know, everyone is just trying to get those two bases. But why is that the case? Like, why can't I use, you know, Ben Simmons' base, you know, if I like his form? Why is his, you know, actual attributes and his actually, you know, the stats behind his jump shot so bad? You know, it shouldn't be like that where, you know, everyone using the same animations each year. And then that also goes into my next point, you know, about crossovers, about dribble moves. Everyone kind of dribble the same. Everyone got that same John Wall step back. Everyone got the Jamal Murray behind the back. You know, it's only one good dribble style, whether that's pro or, you know, the Kyrie Irving dribble style. There's only, you know, two good dribble styles in the whole entire game since they nerfed their own Magic Johnson. You know, Devin Booker is a little bit usable, but overall, there's only a certain amount of good animations in the whole game for each, you know, for each category. I'll say probably the only category that got the most diversity is layup. You know, layup got a bunch of different good layup packages. You got the LeBron. If you want to do the floaters, you got the Devin Booker. If you want a little bit of everything, you could go Jaylen Brown. But the point is, overall, there's not a lot of good animations compared to how many animations are in the whole game, you know? So it kind of leads to the same gameplay every season. And then, you know, every season they're sprinkling a little bit more animations to kind of, I guess, change the meta, but it's not enough, you know? It's just not enough when you sprinkle in, you know, one or two animations. It's not enough, in my opinion. And staying on that same point with gameplay, you know, speed with ball and acceleration is another big topic that's going around right now, how those attributes don't really matter how they should. You know, how we let that happen, man? How we let speed with ball not affect how fast you actually dribble, but only affect how fast you dribble up the court. So, you know, as long as I don't have to worry about bringing the ball up court, I could combo up, you know, however fast, you know, anyone else is with, you know, a 25 speed with ball, you know, which is crazy in my opinion. You know, so like now it's like you have to almost make a new build to be competitive when you find out, oh, certain attributes don't matter how they supposed to, and, you know, certain attributes have a cap to them as far as like, yeah, you should only put this attribute this high, because if you go past that point, there's absolutely no reason to, because you know, you don't get much of a boost. You know, so it's just certain dead zones for different attributes, and even badges. Like I said, certain badges got a dead zone. You know, like from bronze to silver, from silver to gold on certain badges, there's no difference because, you know, why? I don't know why. That's 2K question, but there's no difference. You know, 2K Labs does a great job of showing them attributes, and it's like, you know, why is that the case? You know, we have this real complex builder just for some of the attributes, for some of the badges that not work how they should. So that's something we definitely need to clean up for next year. And kind of staying on that topic of the builder and the different attributes, I think it's time 2K changed the current builder we have. You know, we had this same type of builder for the last, I think all of, you know, next gen, or whatever you want to call it, current gen now, and I think we need to change it. You know, whether it's going something similar to pod charts, you know, I think we need a complete change of the builder for this next year, because it's kind of the same thing, but y'all just tweaking it, making it more complex. And how complex are y'all gonna make this builder, man? I feel like it's already too complex, because like I just mentioned, some of the attributes, some of the badges don't even work how they're supposed to in y'all game. And where Mike Wang been, man? When the last time y'all heard from Mike Wang? Some people might not even know who Mike Wang is just because he's not around this year. But to be fair, they probably are busy working on next year's game. But if y'all know who Mike Wang is, he's pretty much one of the top developers at 2K that focus on gameplay, badges, you know, all that stuff. And he usually pretty active on Twitter, giving updates on different things, you know. And he has been church mouse. Haven't heard from him since I want to say the beginning of the year. But yeah, and also like he'll like drop little tweaks of whether they changing a badge, whether they changing an attribute, whether they changing a dribble style. He just drop little nuggets like that. But he been MIA, man. He might not even be employed by 2K for all we know at this point, man. So I think we are due for a brand new builder, something a little bit less complicated, and hopefully, for my sake, everyone might not like this, but I want to be able to make better players. Like if you upgraded your player in like a team, if you took my player and put it on like an NBA team, he would not be a 99 overall. They watered down to my players just so I guess just so to make it fair. My opinion, I don't like that. I want to make LeBron James. I want to make Steph. I want to make Kawhi Leonard. With great defense, great offense. I want to be able to do everything instead of being able to make Danny Green. With just high defense, high three. Instead of making Jokic, we making Joakim Noah. We making watered down versions of these NBA players. Versions of superstars. And I don't like that. I want to be able to hoop. I want to be able to do a little bit of everything. And what's the issue if everyone has an overpowered build? The game can't be overpowered if everyone has an overpowered build. So that's kind of the mindset I have with the builder. 2K will do what they want, but I just don't like the watered down builds at all. I think we do for a change for this builder, and hopefully they give us something new, something refreshing, and something that bring a lot of people to the game and keep people interested the whole year. And the one thing I think 2K could do that could save their game if they just stop being so money hungry, man. Like they stop being so money hungry, and from our perspective, it seems like their whole goal is to make money. I know this is probably it's a big corporation, and their goal is to make money, but don't make it so damn obvious. With my team, with my players, with the microtransactions, everything is like so centered around money. And instead, it should be putting out a great product, putting out a great game every year, and then also making improvements to that game as the year goes on, making updates, making patches. I know they got the seasons every whenever, 60 days, whatever it is, 40 days, I believe actually, but not enough at all. Seasons leave a lot to be desired, as we see with the new season 7 I showed you at the beginning of the season. At the beginning of the video, just leave a lot to be desired. And one improvement I think they could make is every season completely changing the meta. I know that might sound crazy. I know people might not like that, but if you completely change the meta, and whether you're patching a certain stat, whether you making I remember at the beginning of the year they made the change to steals, and they said they made steals a little bit harder. Me personally, I've never seen that change, but if they make a change like that every season, then it will change the meta of the game, and it'll make the game more refreshing. It'll bring people back to the game. It's kind of the same strategy that I use a game Apex Legends will use. The new season for Apex just came out. They drop a brand new character, and they patch a bunch of old characters as well. Another game that do that is Rainbow Six Siege. They bring out a whole new character, and they do reworks to different characters. They do reworks to different the way a certain gun might work, the way a certain whatever. And 2K could do the same thing, man. They could do a rework to a certain attribute. Speed with ball. They could rework speed with ball, make that matter in this game, make acceleration matter. They could rework block. They could rework something, and just change the meta of the game each season. They could rework different animations. They could change different animations, stuff like that. But the whole idea behind that, the only way to make that fair, each season, when we hit level 40, I think the level 40 reward should be a respect. Like if you hit level 40, I think you should get a respect. And how many people will come back to the game? You hit level 40, you get a respect, but you can't use the respect until the next season. So, you hit level 40, cool. I can put the game down for a little bit. The next season dropped this Friday. All right, this Friday, I get to make a new character for free. I take my old characters that I didn't like so much, and I get to respec it because I hit level 40. That would be great. Everyone would love that. I promise you, so many more people will play the game, and try to hit level 40 because they essentially get a new character. And you know, every season they know, you know, okay, I can respect my character and I can make a new character. You know, even if they kept it, okay, you gotta keep it at the same position. Okay, cool. You know, if they put some limitations on it, fine. But a respect would be great, and they'll also make, you know, if they change the meta, it's not as bad. You know, it's not, don't look as money hungry because you're giving out that free respect. So I think that's something that 2K definitely could add for next year, you know. And if they don't want to do that because they'll lose a lot of money, just something along them lines that will change the meta, that will bring people back to the game, and the people that are already playing, it will keep them attuned, it'll keep them wanting to play, and it'll get them excited for the new season. Because, you know, me personally, I didn't even know the new season dropped until, you know, I logged on the game Friday. I was like, oh, it's a new season? And, you know, I look at everything, I'm like, oh, it's the same season. Like, nothing changed for me, you know, nothing different. I think they added like some Jordan Poole animations, but, you know, it's the Jamal Murray season, and we already got the best Jamal Murray animation, and that's the behind the back. So it's nothing, you know, nothing else Jamal Murray season will do for me personally, you know, Diddy. But listen, man, I appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that, and check out my Twitch, man. I'm probably live right now.